Hello everyone, I'm Shiro and welcome to Egypt. I'm just going to kind of be doing an announcement kind of video here. It's just going to be talking about the kind of things I've been working on and what I'm going to be uploading in the next couple of months. And to start with, the first thing I'm going to announce is that there will be another anime review thing. Hopefully that will be done by the end of October. I haven't really started much on that yet. I've just pretty much come up with the idea of what anime I want to review, and I'll be starting work on that as soon as possible. And like I said, end of October is hopefully when that will be done, because they do take a lot of time. I have to watch the whole show several times over. I have to get all of the editing resources and stuff for the video. I have to, of course, edit the video. I have to write the review. I have to make sure it's actually entertaining to watch, otherwise it's just me talking for, 10 minutes about a show that, no one cares about because they're just talking complete shit, and I don't want that. I at least want the video to be entertaining in some way, so it's going to take a while for me to figure everything out. I might even have my new microphone by then, the fabled new microphone that I still haven't got. But yeah, hopefully that will be done in a timely fashion, or at least as timely as I'm expecting. On top of that, I might also be doing random manga reviews. I've been reading a lot of manga recently, more so than watching anime, because, there's a lot more manga than there is anime, so it's something that tides me over until new episodes of Dragon Ball Super come out, and I'm not interested enough in any of the other seasonal shows to watch them yet. A couple of them I've already read the manga for, and I know that they won't get as far as the manga has in one season, so there's not much point in me watching them, because it's content I've already seen. But I might do manga reviews, I don't know. It depends. If it gets made into an anime, then I'll do an anime review instead, because it's going to be easier to do in general, because it's quicker to watch an anime than read a manga. It's more entertaining to watch an anime than read a manga. It's more visually interesting. And it's easier to get, editing images and footage and stuff from anime, because it's not just a load of still images, which can be incredibly boring to look at. So, I might do manga. I don't know. Honestly, probably not. I don't see it happening anytime soon anyway. But the reason I've been reading a lot of manga, aside from the ones I just gave, is because I'm actually starting work on my own comic. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. We're about 5 years now, and I've kind of had this idea for that long as well. And I've finalized the character designs and everything like that. And I've got the basic outline for the story, and I've got all that, and I've started laying out a few of the pages and working on, manuscripts kind of stuff. And that would either be going up on DeviantArt, or, I don't know, I might get a website or something and put it up on there. But I don't really know. But it'll definitely go up on DeviantArt, and obviously I'll announce things through Twitter as I go on. That applies to everything, really. It's not just... comic that I'll be announcing through Twitter. It's pretty much literally everything that I do. I'll keep people up to date via Twitter, so if you want to follow me on that, you can. There'll be a link in the description at ShiroZephyr. I believe there's an underscore in there. I can't remember my Twitter handle off by heart, but it will be in the description, so you can check that out there if you want to keep up to date. I also retweet and favorite some random shit. I use it more so for YouTube than I use Facebook. I don't really use Facebook for anything other than personal purposes now, so if you want to just, keep up to date with YouTube, you can follow me on Twitter. I don't post too regularly, but I'll post there, and especially if I'm working on something, or if for whatever reason there isn't a video or something, I'll post about it and be like, hey, this is why I'm doing this. But yeah, on the topic of drawings and stuff, I was thinking of maybe making some videos of me drawing stuff, like how to draw and things like that, because as far as I'm aware, I like to think that I'm pretty good, so maybe it'd be interesting to do a few of those, but I'm not sure whether videos themselves would be the best kind of medium for that. because obviously a drawing can take a fairly long time. It's not really a set in stone length of time that a video takes to make, because I wouldn't want something to be too long, because I mean it would be a pain in the ass to edit and upload it. But at the same time I wouldn't want to fill it with time-lapse, because that would just take away from the fact that it's a drawing and you'd just be watching nothing happen. Or rather, you'd be watching a lot of stuff happen, but it'd be happening too fast for anyone to really see what was happening. And I don't really want that. I want it to kind of be a, this is me drawing, this is how I draw. You can kind of, I guess, learn from that, if that's not too big-headed to say. So I might live stream that instead. I'm definitely going to do it, because I do enjoy drawing, and why not live stream it if I'm doing it? But yeah, it'll probably just be like I've drawn something on paper, I've scanned it into Photoshop, and this is me drawing it. And I'll probably live stream it, because I mean live streaming is a really, really good medium for kind of long kind of things that you wouldn't necessarily want in a YouTube video, because it would either take too long to upload, or you know, it'd just be a pain in the ass to edit and render and all of that stuff. So live streaming is great for that kind of thing, so I might just live stream that instead. Also, speaking of live streams, I'm going to be live streaming more just in general, because I haven't really done much live streaming, and if I have, then the settings have been fucked up, and you know, I haven't done it to a decent level yet, and I definitely want to do that, because live streaming is incredibly fun, and I'm going to do it lots more. So that's twitch.tv/ShiroZephyr as well. There's a link in the description, there's a link on my channel, there's a link all over the place. So don't worry about that, it won't be hard to find. Yeah, so I might live stream games like ESO. If I play ESO, I'm not too sure. I've kind of reached where I wanted to get. I'm like a high-end vet level now, and you know, I've got most of the gear that I wanted. The rest of the gear that I want is just going to be a grind to get, and I'm not really a fan of grinding. And I'd rather put the time spent on ESO on other things. When the Imperial City update comes out at the end of the month, I might check it out then again and just see if I can get to Vet 16 rather, as soon as possible. And maybe do a build video. I don't know, I'm not too organised with that kind of stuff, and I'm not really sure what to say either, because I don't actually know too much about how to play the game or what my build is. It's just kind of a random thing. But I'm not really focusing much on the game right now, and so we lost. But yeah, I don't know, I don't really play ESO that much, so maybe that won't happen, but I might live stream games like Civ 5 and Dota and stuff like that, because I don't play Dota that much, honestly, but maybe Heroes of the Storm, I play that a little bit more. But, yeah, like, they're kind of games that would be more fitting to live stream, because, you know, like Dota especially can be like 40 minutes a game, and I'd rather not make a 40-minute long video just for one match of Dota. I know I made a 40-minute long video for one match of TF2, but that was a pubcast. I'd rather not be taking part in a game for that long. So I don't see myself making a video on Dota, unless it's like one of the new mini games in Dota Reborn or something. I might do that, because that's quite fun. Speaking of which, I might do TF2 football as well, because that's quite fun too. But aside from that, yeah, like live streams will be mainly either ESO if I play ESO, or like drawings and stuff. Speaking of drawings, again, I've been doing animations. I might live stream me doing animations at some point, because I've wanted to get better at animations for some time now, and I've kind of been like I said, I've been drawing a lot, so I kind of felt like I should have been doing animating as well. So I've been doing that, practicing that, and getting better at that, which is really fun. Really enjoying it. It does take a lot of work. Like, there are a lot of kind of ways, I'm sure, where you can kind of like not so much skip out on half the process, but make it a lot easier on yourself, because otherwise you're just drawing thousands and thousands of pictures in a very short amount of time for not much of an effect. It's going to look kind of weird. So I've like, well, for example, if you want something to get smaller, you have to kind of scale it down, unless you want to draw it several times over, getting smaller each time, which I personally don't want to do. It's going to take forever. But yeah, it's just, it's very long-winded, and I don't know whether I'll ever have the attention to detail and just the determination and persistence in general, focus and attention and any of that kind of stuff to actually do lots of consistent animations or of any kind of considerable length. But yeah, I have been working on them. It is something I actually enjoy doing, because it is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and now I'm actually getting into it, so it is fun for me to do. And maybe there'll be more Game Grumps animations, maybe there'll just be more animations in general. I don't really know for sure yet. I'm really just kind of doing practices. I've kind of been busy working on things in general recently, so I've just been working out what I could do and seeing if that would work. Speaking of things I've been working on, I've been working more so on my Let's Play project thing that I've been talking about non-stop for a while now. I still have yet to actually record any of it because I haven't got my microphone yet. But know that as soon as I get my microphone, I will be recording it, and I will be obviously working on it. I just kind of want it to be to the best of my possible ability, so I don't want to start with a crappy mic, especially since it's going to be fairly long. I mean, it's not going to end after like 3 videos, whatever, so I don't want to have to change microphone partway through. But I am kind of working on that. I'm not going to reveal anything about that yet because, I mean, it hasn't happened yet, and I don't like revealing things until it's happened. But that is still being worked on. I am working on that in the background before even recording it. I'm putting a lot of work into that, and you'll see why when that comes out. It's a little different from what I've done already, so I think it's a little different from what a lot of people have done already, and that's why I'm kind of looking forward to it. The reason I'm saying all of these things, and saying like constantly like, oh, I'm doing this, by the way, isn't so much, I mean, it is for people who ever watch this to know what I'm doing. It's also an excuse to make a video. It's also so that I have no excuse to get out of it. I can't get out of it because I've said it so many times. So that's really why I'm saying it, because now that I've said it, I can't forget about the whole thing and just like move on and do something else, because I've said that I'm going to be doing that. So I have to do it. Like, I'm forcing myself to not forget, if that makes sense. Because otherwise I would just forget, because I'm incredibly unorganized. And it would just be useless, because everything I've said up to now would never happen. And that's not a good thing, because the idea of me saying these things, the idea of having this channel is to keep me being creative and busy and doing interesting stuff, which is why I do this at all, because it's interesting and fun and creative to make videos, so I like doing it. So that's that. I might also be doing a podcast when I get my new mic. Again, it's another thing that's kind of just relying on me getting a microphone to do, because I don't want to do it with poor audio quality. So when I get my microphone, hell yeah, I'll be doing a podcast with a couple of friends of mine. It will just be us talking about just random crap that we've encountered in our lives up till that point. Whether it's, you know, anime, games, whatever. We'll just be talking about things like we normally do. I've always kind of wanted to make a podcast. It's been kind of a goal of mine. It was actually part of the reason, again, why I made this channel. I wanted to kind of share the random shit that me and my friends talk about with people. Or at least just put it up there and, you know, see what happened, I guess. Just so we could all laugh about it. Kind of, I guess, catalogues it forever in history. But, yeah. Also, a word that is similar to podcast is pubcast, and I might be doing another one of them in the near future, as in recording it maybe tomorrow, and then that will go up hopefully sometime next week. Maybe a bit later, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not a very organised human being, so I don't know when I'll manage to actually get that anywhere near completion. It shouldn't take too long. It's just they normally last around 40 minutes. If the last one was any kind of indication, they take a long time, and obviously then it takes a long time to upload as well, because it's a big file and it's a long video. So who knows when that'll be done, but hopefully fairly soon. Like I said, I'm going to try and get it done next week, and I'll be recording it tomorrow. I think I already have a server that I want to do it on. It's a fairly good server. The skill level of it, I've been playing on it recently. It's like an actual server where I try hard and practice and I guess train on, more so than these ones, which I just come and fuck around on when I want to record because I can't afford my full attention because I'm talking. So, I mean, like, the difference between me playing here as I'm talking and me playing when I'm actually focused and try-harding and wanting to get better at the game is staggeringly different. I am much better than these videos would ever let you believe, but like I said, like, these kind of servers are just for me to zone out and talk about stuff, because, you know, I can't multitask for shit. So, yeah, like, it would be kind of cool. Like, that's a very good server. Like I say, I've played on that server quite a lot recently myself. It's a very good server, filled with pretty good players. There's no bots on it or anything either, and people actually know what they're doing. So it'd be a step above from the last one I did, where people kind of forgot to actually like push the cart and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if we're going to win this or not, because they are pushing us back, and I'm just walking out to my death constantly. But there's only like 15 seconds left, so who knows, 10 seconds left. Aside from that, real world things that are happening, I guess I could talk about. I might be going to London Comic Con in October. Not sure yet. I know a couple of my friends are going, and I know a lot of good guests are going and stuff. Like, I know a lot of the Yogs cast, for example. So I might go. I'm not sure though. I've been 5 times already, and it's kind of the same thing every time. So I'm not sure whether I'll go this time or not. I might. If I do, I might cosplay, because, like I said, I've kind of done everything there now. It's kind of gotten a bit old, so I might try something I haven't done before, which would be cosplay, and that's quite cool. I might cosplay as Luffy from One Piece, because I'm kind of around the same height and build, aside from the fact that I have absolutely no muscles at all. I look pretty similar to him, I guess, so I could maybe get away with that. That might be quite fun, actually, like meeting some people there also in cosplay and stuff. And if I do go and I do cosplay or whatever, and I go to a meetup and stuff, then I might film it, put that up. I don't know. I still might not go. It's undecided, really. It probably won't be decided until October. But, you know, if I do, then I'll make a thing of it. If I don't, then I won't. It's that simple, really. Instead, one thing I definitely am going to, and this is at the end of September rather than the end of October, the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F film is being released in UK cinemas at the end of September, I think the 30th. And me and a couple of friends are definitely going to that. I don't know whether it's going to be some kind of like premiere-like event like they had in the American and Australian cinema releases. But, I mean, it's definitely going to be a cool thing to go and see, so we're going to go and see that, and that'll be fun, because we all love Dragon Ball, and we're going to make it like a cool day out of it as well. So who knows what's going to happen with that, but I will definitely be doing a review of that once I get back from that. It should be a really fun day. If it is some kind of premiere event, obviously no kind of news really, other than the fact that they've announced a release of it has actually been given yet, so we don't know what's going to happen at all. They haven't even announced any cinemas in London yet, and I would imagine there would be cinemas in London because it's one of the biggest cities in the world, and by far the biggest one in England. So I would imagine there would be, you know, a cinematic release in cinemas in London, but I mean, I hope there is, because otherwise we're going to have to go quite far away to actually go and see it, because I mean, we live where we all live, like me and my friends, is quite far away from any city other than London, because there aren't many or other big cities near London, because it's just all kind of London area. I live in Greater London, which is inside. Basically, there's a road called the M25 for anyone who isn't British, and that's basically the border of London. It's a big ring road around the city. It's a big motorway. And basically, if you're inside that, you're inside Greater London. And there's no other cities, really, or rather big cities inside of that, because it's obviously all London. There are cities inside of it, and there are towns. Obviously, I live in one of those towns. They're just kind of suburbs that are big enough to be their own town. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that they will release it in London, because it would be stupid not to. And when they do, then that's where we'll be going. If not, we'll have to go to like Reading, which is quite a lot further away. So I hope they do release in London, because we don't want to have to go that far just to watch a film. A film that I could have watched illegally on the internet at that. So hopefully we'll be able to see it where we want to see it, and that'll be all cool and everything. But yeah, if we do manage to go there, then I'll make something of that as well. I don't really know. I'm not that organised, like I've said countless times. But that pretty much wraps up everything I want to announce. I think it's been a fairly long video. I'm working on a lot of things. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So anime review, gonna be starting to work on that pretty much now. Let's Play project, been doing work on it in the background. Won't really start recording it until I get microphone. When I get microphone, I'll also be doing a podcast. I'll be live streaming and drawing a lot more, because I'm working on a lot of animations and my own comic and stuff like that, so I might live stream myself drawing that. Working on a pubcast for sometime next week, hopefully. Aside from that, real world things are happening, which are quite cool. A couple of things I'm uncertain about, like MCM in London, but another thing I am definitely certain about, which would be the Dragon Ball Z film, whenever that's in a London cinema. So yeah, that's the TLDR, I guess. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. If you for some reason liked an announcement video, leave a like and show me that you're a deranged idiot for liking this. And obviously, if you're looking forward to any of those projects that I've just mentioned, then subscribe, because that's the best way you're going to be able to tell when I've actually done them. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I've been Shiro. I'm going to stop here, because I have played on this server for way too long before I decided to make this. So thank you for watching. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want more, and I will see you all very soon. I'm going to go and do the NG contract. Bye!